Mr. Aaditya Thackeray. Aditya, thank you for joining us at the CNN-News18 Townhall. The last time we met was also at a town hall just before the assembly elections. It was a different circumstance. It was a different time. Do you want to start off by, looking back at what happened or did not happen for you in the assembly elections 6 months ago?
I think more than what has happened or not happened, the funnier part is now today, the times have changed. And the Election Commission is saying, Kagaz nahi dikhayenge. Of course, wins and losses keep happening. Electoral cycles are something that we have to go through. But what is very important today and something that has to be addressed nationally, and probably it's also a global issue because the world is looking at us as the world's largest democracy. Probably we've come to a point where we are pretending to be a democracy anymore because, frankly, when you see a Shakun Rani who's voted 3 times in Bengaluru and 2 times in Uttar Pradesh, you see a Varanasi thing where I think a man has 34, 35 kids in 16 years. These are some sketchy things that have come out. What is, again, very, very important is to have a whole cleanup drive of this election vote chori that has happened. And we're not blaming anyone. We're not saying you've done it or you've done it. But what we expect the Election Commission to do is not be a coward. We're expecting the Election Commission to come up, either debate it with Rahul Gandhi, say you are wrong, this is the truth, and this is how it's supposed to be, or then accept that you've committed a mistake, you've committed a fraud, like the Election Commission person was caught in Chandigarh also, and say that, okay, this is our fault, we will clean up our data. But to allow something like a voter mismanagement across India is one of the biggest crimes you can commit in this world today, especially when we pretend to be the world's largest democracy.
But tell me, Aditya, when you're making such a big charge, the buzzword these days, certainly in Delhi, and Mr. Gandhi has been going on and on about it, is vote chori. When you're making such a grave allegation of vote chori, whether it's in Karnataka or here in Maharashtra or Haryana, that the Election Commission is basically batting for the BJP, batting for the ruling party.
No, it's the other way. The funnier part is we're asking questions to the Election Commission and the BJP is getting rattled. Why?
No, so, you'll have to ask the BJP that. I don't know why. But my point is, when you're making such grave allegations against an independent constitutional body, should that not be backed by some irrefutable evidence?
Absolutely.
Give it in writing.
I think your channel also was showing the press conference the other day, and a couple of constituencies that Rahul has analyzed, and the Congress party has largely gone to the depth of it and analyzed. We have started the same exercise here in Maharashtra. There are about 48 Lok Sabhas across the country where they found these voter chori people. Now, how can 60 people be living in one room where nobody is staying right now? Only during elections, those 60 people are staying there. 80 people were shown in a beer bar, living in a beer bar. Is this the kind of democracy we pretend to be, and is this the kind of institution we think is free and fair? The sad part is, for the last 6, 7, 8 years, whatever it may be, when these guys have started doing that, the Election Commission of India has prevented free and fair elections in India. And I'll break it into 2 parts. One is, of course, the voter chori, which is now coming out, because, of course, when we were raising this question time and again, our critics or the ruling party used to always say that, what is the proof you all are saying with, right? We've given the proof right now. The other day when 300 MPs were detained in any part of the world, in any country, this would have been big news. Sadly, it didn't here. The fault lies in where we believe that the Election Commission today also is truly free and fair, which is not. The other thing is, if you look at Maharashtra's elections, I'll give you 3 stats. 1, 47 lakh voters, 45 to 47 lakh voters increased between the elections that happened in April to the elections that happened in October, November. That is 1. Were 47 lakh people born 18 years ago? Did we have a population boom?
The Election Commission has a justification for it.
No, so they should.
Your point.
Yeah.
I'll come to that, yeah.
The last hour of voting, which is 5 o'clock onwards, almost 70 lakh plus voters have voted in that. And 3, when we are voting on EVMs, right? We're voting on EVMs because it's digital. We're voting on EVMs because we save time in sealing the machines and counting the votes. The Election Commission has given us revised figures over the next 3 days amounting to a revision of 12.5%. So you're saying that after the voting ballot has been sealed, you can still revise it by 12.5%. That's 1/3 of the entire votes.
No.
So,
on the 41.
Our point is basically this, that if you have data which is saying we are wrong, if you're saying that, okay, you are wrong, you are sore losers, and you don't have the right data, which we have taken from the Election Commission's website, come in front of us, come in front of Mr. Gandhi or the Congress or whoever from us is raising the issue and debate it. You can be the person hosting the debate.
No, but
happy to do that.
Tell me, on that addition of, it is 41 lakh voters between January and October of 2024. The Election Commission says there is no aberration in it, there is no abnormality in it, because the same number was seen in 2014.
Same Election Commission has stolen our party name and given it to Fake Nath Minde. The same Election Commission has stolen our bow and arrow and given it to Fake Nath Minde.
No, but that's a separate matter.
No. All I'm saying is, how can the Election Commission be neutral today?
No. So tell me, on this 41 lakh voters that you're alleging, you're saying it's an abnormal
yes,
number.
Yes, these 41 lakh voters were increased only in 118 seats. And funnily enough, 99 seats have been won by the Mahayuti.
No, but how do you know that all of these 41 lakh voters voted for the BJP?
So that is what the point is now. We're going to the depth of it. But it cannot be a coincidence that only 118 seats see the spike and 99 seats out of that, the BJP is winning. So somewhere there's a connection for sure. And chalo, if these extra voters are not of the BJP and they're voting for us, it's even more incentive for the Election Commission to get rid of them.
So in Maharashtra, the problem was additional voters. Now in Bihar, the opposition is saying
reduction of voters.
Deletion of voters.
Because यहाँ addition में पकड़े गए, अभी वहाँ reduction चल रहा है.
No, so
simplest thing would be
the voter will turn around and say, make up your mind. Now, is addition a problem or subtraction a problem?
No, the Election Commission should make up its mind whether addition is helping the BJP or subtraction is helping the BJP. Because we are catching the Election Commission on every foot.
So you have a problem with the extra addition of voters in Maharashtra, and you have a problem with the deletion of voters.
We have a problem with fake voters, we have a problem with bogus voters, we have a problem with booth capturing, we have a problem with electoral malpractices, which is being promoted actively by the Election Commission by shielding these people.
So an exercise like the SIR, which is happening in Bihar, is to tackle exactly what you're saying.
Great. So are you telling me that the Bihar Lok Sabha elections that happened with all these additional voters was all bad, and should the Bihar Lok Sabha go for polls again?
Okay.
इन्होंने तो वोटिंग की है ना बिहार की लोकसभा में. And कभी ना कभी तो, see, tell me today, when you look at someone who's born before 2003, where will you get your birth certificate from? Where will you get your documents from? Give them a chance to at least appeal.
So now I want to come back to Maharashtra, and because you've also backed Rahul Gandhi's claims. Section 31 of the Representation of People's Act is very clear. If you have a grave allegation to be made against the Election Commission, it has to be sworn under oath before a court of law or before the Election Commission.
The other day, where were the MPs going? They were put in the bus saying we're taking you to the Election Commission, and they were taken to the police station. 300 MPs were taken to the police station.
So they didn't have permission to.
No. What is permission? Election Commission is supposed to meet us. Who are they serving? Are they serving the BJP or serving the elected representatives?
Surely they can't meet 300 MPs at the same time.
No. Tell me something. If the Election Commission doesn't have time for elected members of parliament, 300 elected members of parliament, what are they doing? Playing rummy in the office?
Well, we know of people who are playing rummy in the office, but anyway, that's...
And now they've got the right department now.
No, that we'll have another conversation on that. But
it's absurd to think that the Election Commission doesn't have time for the members of parliament.
I want to come...
Are they above the parliament?
I want to come to another issue which Poonam referred to when she started off our...
Sorry, I'll also interrupt you on this. If you've followed this case of SIR, the Election Commission has submitted to the Supreme Court, the Honorable Supreme Court, that we won't give you the data.
That they are not bound by law to give the data.
So then what is this rule of Section 31 then?
So they are not bound by law, but you are bound by law if you make an allegation.
Exactly.
I want to come to Maharashtra, and what we have seen over the last few months is a bit of a concerning spike in the instance of violence against those who don't speak Marathi. You have said, and I quote, you don't want anybody to take the law into their hands, but when it's the other way around and Marathi or Maharashtra is insulted, then things can escalate. Are you at somewhere sort of justifying or giving a license to your supporters
I'll tell you what, one
attack
second.
people?
In this also I'm very clear. This whole case of language issue, let me make it very clear, because today we are speaking in English. I'm also interrupting you in Hindi. We're not against any language, first and foremost. We've always been a state that has accepted lakhs of people from across India. They come here with dreams, they come here to be big. Mumbai has been a city of dreams, and we've seen people becoming bigger. We also have the biggest Hindi film industry in the world. From here, from Mumbai, and people have come here, chief ministers have come here, tried to take them to their own states, but no one has moved from here. This is our credit, because this city has always identified itself as a city that lives up to the dreams, and this is the Indian dream, like you have cities in the American dream. Having said that, this is also the capital of Maharashtra. What we are saying here, and why this language issue propped up, is because the BJP government sitting in the state today, because of vote chori or whatever, said that the third language, which is Hindi, will be imposed on kids from standard 1 in schools. What we, be it Shiv Sena UBT, be it MNS, be it the Marathi Ekikaran Samiti, be it a lot of other parties, came together on, is saying we already have a third language in the 5th standard. Why do you want to impose the third language in the 1st standard? How much more burden will you put on the kids? It roll-balled into a controversy, and of course we had to come out on the streets and say, look, whatever's going on, even today, the BMC has 3.5 lakh kids studying in 8 languages, in 8 different mediums of learning, which is Marathi, English, semi-English, Hindi, Urdu, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada. We've introduced technology as a language now. But all of this going on, why do you want to disturb the peace here? 2, when you speak about the 1 or 2 incidents that happened, these were sporadic incidents. Let me tell you, this is not something that has been planned by a party and saying, okay, chalo, isko peette, aise karte.
You don't think there's a pattern in the violence?
These are sporadic incidents. And these happen, see, today, if you go on a railway station and start running behind someone saying, chor, 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 you'll have 10 other people catching him and thrashing him there. These incidents happen across India. You could see it in some yatras right now. You could see a CSF Jawan beaten up by someone. All of these things happen, which is wrong. I'm not justifying them. What we demand and what we expect is simple, that when you come to our state, just like when I come to your state, you respect my local culture, you respect my local language, you respect my state. As simple as that. The escalation part that I said is, if you start insulting my language, if you start insulting my local culture, if you start insulting my local heroes, if you start insulting my state, someone might lose it and a sporadic incident might happen, which is beyond anyone's control.
But
I'm not justifying any incident, right? Now, compare this to the mob lynchings that happen. Compare this to this whole caravan of Gaurakshaks that happen. Is anyone showing that?
No, we're all showing it. It's not like we're
my
hiding
point
that.
is, our point is simple, that we all respect all religions, we respect all cultures, we respect all languages, just don't disrespect mine.
No, but
Simple
tell
as
me,
that.
if you are saying that these are sporadic, there is no pattern, why are the people who are perpetrating this violence either from your party or from the MNS?
Because if you feel for your state, you will.
So other parties don't feel for the state?
Maybe the BJP doesn't feel for it. Maybe the BJP is placing someone to instigate you in the face of elections.
So you're saying BJP is instigating these people to say that they won't speak
Could be,
Marathi.
if the BJP is behind different issues around the country, it could be doing this as well. How do we know?
No, so I want to come to the larger issue of language, because leave alone the violence. I mean, that's very, very unfortunate, and there's no
Yes,
place
and
for...
like I said, it's a very sporadic incident, it's a reaction. And you cannot control that.
But even if it is a reaction to perceived insult, I don't think violence is justified. But anyway, I want to come to the larger issue, because as per the 2011 census, 68.9% of Maharashtra population declared Marathi as their language. The first language, the language that they speak. That means that over 31% of the state's population still does not speak Marathi. Also, around 21 lakh Marathi speakers live in Madhya Pradesh. Over 12 lakh live in Gujarat. Now, despite living in these other states, they have declared, as per 2011 census, they have declared Marathi as their first language. If these states start taking objection to the fact that there are Marathi speakers and they're not speaking the local language, would you condone that?
I'll give you a simple example. Forget how many people live in Madhya Pradesh or even Tamil Nadu or Kerala or Gujarat from Marathi, who are speaking Marathi as their first language. Just count how many people who are living here for years and years. The Shiv Sena has existed almost for 6 decades now. See how many people have come here and thrived, as against these 1 or 2 incidents which have propped up.
No, but
Have you never lived in Mumbai?
No, I've never lived in Mumbai, but I've...
You roam around in Mumbai, right? You can speak in whatever language someone else speaks. And tell me something, how will these populations in Gujarat or Madhya Pradesh or Karnataka, where you have Marathi populations in pockets, respond if these Marathi populations insult the local language? I don't think any single person has said, "Main hechat nahi bolnar, tumi maji bhasha bola." We adapt. Anywhere around the world you adapt. And the point is this, we're not saying don't speak a language. We're not saying don't speak Hindi or don't speak English or don't speak French or don't speak Odia or don't speak, German. We're just saying don't disrespect our state.
But the BJP is saying this is timed suddenly to the BMC elections. We were not having these kind of attacks last year or the year before that or the year before
The BJP can say all of this on the Kapil Sharma show and people will laugh it off because it's coming from them. But to say this on a serious forum is actually a joke from the BJP because the BJP instigates all of this.
I want to come to some national issues. You know, we had the unfortunate Pahalgam terror attack that happened in April. In response, there was the Operation Sindoor. You had at one point in the last few months asked this question, and I want to quote, "Truth should come out how these terrorists behind the Pahalgam terror attack came there. Have they been caught? Where are they? Have they entered the BJP?" Now they've been caught. They've been neutralized. Will you take back these words?
Is it official? Because the other day there was a contradiction on that.
It was said by the Home Minister on the floor of Parliament.
There's been a lot of sayings by the Home Minister on the floor of the House. I don't think that's to be considered as seriously. But the most important part is, chalo, for a minute, let's consider that these were the same people. Because they should have first of all not come in. The Home Minister should also answer. Him being the Home Minister, how did these guys enter? How they went on a rampage? How did they massacre so many people? And how did they have so much time to go and speak to people saying, इनको बताओ, उनको बताओ, आपकी धर्म क्या, आपकी जात क्या? ये पूछने का वक्त कैसे मिला? आए कैसे पहले ये failure है, उसका जवाब दीजिए. And two, now that we are telling the world, we sent out delegations of parliamentarians to the world. I think now the armed forces also speaking up, which is saying that this happened from Pakistan and they were backed by China. What exactly is our foreign policy? Because now the government should also answer. First, as I said, how did these guys come in? How did these terrorists and rogue rascals come in? Why were they not shot? Secondly, if they've massacred and finally been shot also, and we know that they're from Pakistan, why is the BCCI going and playing cricket with Pakistan?
No, these are perfectly valid questions.
I'll tell you what. The second question is, if the government is saying that China was behind Pakistan, and I think someone from the armed forces also said that, why is the Prime Minister going to China? And three, the same cycle happened last year when we were told here by a lot of media persons and social media handles that Hindus in Bangladesh are being attacked. Why did the BCCI at the same time invite Bangladesh for a bilateral test series in India?
No, these
Is the BCCI above Hindus? Is the BCCI above the sacrifice of our soldiers? Is the BCCI above national interest?
These are all valid questions, but
And I will not take back my words because you have seen that the failure of the government of India, the union government, in controlling terrorist attacks right from 2014 to now.
So you still don't believe that the three people who were killed in the
they
encounter
could be.
and announced by the Home Minister
It could be. I'm happy
Parliament are the ones who perpetrated
I'm happy if they were killed, but they should have been killed while entering my country.
Okay. You have been saying for a long time you've been attacking the Shinde Sena, the BJP for ideological compromise. You've compromised on your ideology.
Never.
You have allied with parties that you said you will never ally with. Would Balasaheb Thackeray have allied with the Congress ever in his lifetime?
I'll tell you what. When my grandfather was alive, back then, he had supported Mrs. Gandhi in her most crucial times. Two, there has also been an instance here where Mr. Deora has become the mayor because of Shiv Sena support and he was in the Congress. Three, Ms. Pratibha Patil and Mr. Pranab Mukherjee were openly backed by my grandfather and the party, even though we were in the NDA, because we thought that this was the better choice to make. Four, we went with the Congress and the UPA because the BJP betrayed on the promises that they had made to us, which is now a habitual offender. They've become a habitual offender on this. And five, and the most important thing, we've never given up on our principles. Even with the Congress, even today, we speak up on Hindutva when we have to. In fact, we were the only party for a long, long time who went to Ayodhya and told the BJP, "Pehle mandir fir sarkar," when the BJP had forgotten about it. We went twice in 2018. After that, in 2019, when we formed the government with the Congress, we still went to the Ram Mandir when it wasn't made. And then the last event was in June 2022. So we've never given up on our principles. In fact, it's the BJP that's been giving up on the principles. What about the Varanasi corridor and the thousands of temples it's demolished? What about the Mumbai Devi temple, which is basically where we draw our name Mumbai from, but now it's under the danger of becoming a corridor and thousands of traders and pujaris around will be resettled because of the BJP government. It's the BJP that's giving up on the principles. Who sat with the PDP in Kashmir when the BJP wanted to sit in power desperately in Kashmir?
So since you talked about ideological compromises, joining hands with your uncle and his party, is that not an ideological
I think the bigger ideological compromise is for the BJP and the Prime Minister to go and cut Nawaz Sharif's cake in Pakistan. The bigger ideological compromise is to go and play cricket with Pakistan when they're having attacks in my country. The bigger ideological compromise is to bring in Bangladesh into my country to play test series when Hindus in Bangladesh are being attacked.
Okay.
To send 50,000 tons of rice when Hindus in Bangladesh are being attacked. That is a bigger ideological compromise that we are not willing to make.
I want to come to the BMC because this town hall is about the BMC and we're talking about the upcoming BMC elections. You are at the forefront of protesting against the metro shed in RA, and now you have the latest line that has been opened. Do you regret, using environmentalism to slow down infrastructure projects?
Not at all. Let me tell you, the lines 2A and 2 and 7A, which someone tweeted the other day saying, oh, these are running successfully. They're not getting as much crowd, but anyway, were inaugurated by us. Metro Line 1 was inaugurated by the Congress. Metro Line 3, which was inaugurated recently, 17 days after the inauguration, you had an entire wall collapse and the station flood up, and the line had to be stopped in monsoons. Again, the Metro Line 3, what we were doing would have saved 10,000 crores of the exchequer of the state government. We were only against the car shed, which is a forest even today. We never stopped the line, and the line work has been going on even in our times and even today.
No, but the line would not have been completed.
It's impractical to say a tunnel digging project in Mumbai will be finished in 2 years. It's a joke. I can vouch for that.
No, but had you insisted on the shed being moved from there, and had that gone through, the line would not have been opened.
100% would have been opened. I can show it to you on a map right now. Give me a sketch pen and a white paper. I'll show you what was the connectivity. Line 3, 6, 4 and 14 would have come together in Kanjurmarg, connecting the entire MMR. 4 crore people of MMR would have come to one point. A car shed is used once in 3 months by the car or the bogies of the rail, of the metro rail, for cleaning and maintenance. You don't need it for everyday purposes. The line work was never stopped. The line work was going on even in our times and before that and after that.
But when you are projected as holding back infrastructure,
who's projecting
that Mumbai is crying out loud for.
I'll give you 2 examples.
Crying out loud for.
I'll tell you what. Worli, the Coastal Road project was our project, initiated by Mr. Aaditya Thackeray in 2013, delayed by Eknath Minde for political purposes for a year and a half. It would have been finished in December 2023 had we been in government.
When it was inaugurated, you took credit for it.
Two, the Atal Setu, the MTHL, the Nhava Sheva connector, when our government to stop it, it was complete 82%. It's taken them 2.5 years to complete the rest. The Worli-Shudi connector, when we were in government, we started it in January 2021. We'd finished 48% of the work by June 2022. Now, only 10% of the work has been completed over the next 3 years. Who's slowing down the projects of infrastructure?
No, but you may have...
Nariman Point Cuff Parade connector was initiated by us. It's not taken a single brick into its belly right now. The Mud Island Bridge, who's doing this?
You may have initiated these projects, but it's being inaugurated under the BJP. Whether it's Coastal Road, whether it's Atal Setu or...
Of course, even the Atal Tunnel in Kashmir started off by Mr. Manmohan Singh, inaugurated by the current Prime Minister. It's their habit to do so. काम कोई और करे, दिखावा कोई और करे, तो बीजेपी की पुरानी आदत है.
So tell me, if all of this infrastructure is happening, Coastal Road is happening, Sea Link is happening, why are you then opposed to...
The problem is the quality.
What's wrong with the quality of...
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's go for a drive on the Hindu Rajya Samrat Balasaheb Thackeray Samruddhi Mahamarg from Mumbai to Nagpur. That is one of the reasons Mr. Eknath Minde had to run away, because of the cost escalations and whatever he's earned. But show me one patch of 1 kilometer that's actually flat and worthy of being an international road. I'll take you to the Coastal Road, because the road servicing was done in their time. Go in the tunnel at a slower speed. You'll think you're sitting in a speedboat.
It's under the sea, Aditya. Come on.
No, it's not. It's not under the sea. It's under the. That is again a false thing they had put out, and they had to correct that, because it's under Malaba Hill. It's not under sea. Yeah, I have worked on that project every week. I've gone there every day. They cannot counter me on this. I can sit here without any papers and sit with the entire department and counter them alone.
Are you saying that the Coastal Road is not a world-class project?
Today, with the road surfacing scan that they've done on that Coastal Road, it is in shambles. If we had completed that project by 2023, it would have been world-class.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, the road scam today. Go on Western Express Highway. Mr. Eknath Minde's government has spent 6,080 crores. Giving it to 5 favorite contractors, the whole city. Show me one road today that is not in shambles. They've completed 5% of the work. They're claiming 26% of the work. I've said this from day one, that the BJP Minde government is a scam.
And yet, why are people associating the BJP with finishing these infrastructure, big ticket infrastructure?
It's only the media houses that are getting adverts who are associating them, not anybody else.
People of Mumbai are not.
And of course, the fake voters.
What would your
Fake news and fake voters
What
do that,
would be-
not anyone else.
what would your pitch be? These are real voters sitting in front of you. What would your pitch
I'm not saying
be?
they're fake. They're voting for us.
Yeah. What would your pitch be to them to vote for the Sena UBT after the sorry for using this language, but you got berated in the assembly elections.
चलो देखते हैं ना असली वोटर के साथ खेलते हैं.
Okay.
चुनाव आयोग को न्यूट्रल बनने दो खेलते हैं.
So BMC is the asli election, asli chunav.
I am saying we will wait for the BMC. First, let them declare the BMC. They've been scared to hold it for the last 3 years.
Okay.
And by the way, for Mumbai, the results in the Lok Sabha were 4-2. The fifth seat, they've stolen by 47 votes. Even in the Vidhan Sabha, we won 10 seats out of 36. The alliance has won 14 seats out of 36. So the BJP has also been berated here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Aaditya Thackeray from the Shiv Sena UBT. Can we have a round of applause? Aditya, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you.
at CNN News 18 Town Hall.